Because sometimes when you have a mental illness, you feel so different. It's like you're not even, you feel so disconnected. Like I can't even feel like other people feel, When I would burn myself, the sound of the needle hitting my skin, I could hear my skin burning. It brings back that, okay, I am human, I am here because I can feel this pain.
I went to prison twice. Both times it was drug related. My first time going to prison is when they put all the labels on me. The psychiatrist will talk to you for 5 minutes and give you a diagnosis. And 9 chances out of 10, it's wrong. And you really shouldn't be there, because that's taking the guy that has mental challenges and placing him with the guy that's just a straight up criminal. And you know what's going to happen. It's going to be trouble.
When I was 8 years old, my mother and father asked me who I wanted to live with, and I chose my father, and that really, really hurt her. At that time, she could not see that I was just a child. She just saw someone who she loved leaving her. And so as a result, I hated myself for it. It was a very traumatic event for me because I was like simultaneously disowned by both of my parents. So I think that is what really brought about the depression and the anxiety, because I couldn't understand why I was even born, why I was even here. And so I started to do a lot of self-mutilization. I looked really ugly and just disgusting. I just felt like I was just a worthless person.
I can say the trauma and the scars that we carry and the pain that we carry, and it's not okay to talk about it, and I don't care, because the truth needs to come out.
I didn't want to die without having my voice heard. I felt like there was some reason why I had gone through the things that I had gone through, and there was some reason why I have depression, and people need to understand that. And I feel like that couldn't be something that could be written in a suicidal note.
So a lot of my experiences, I didn't realize how painful they were until I became mature. And then I realized the hurt that I carried and the reason that I acted out in the way that I did.
This kind of self-hatred within ourselves, it's this perception that everybody else has around us. We've taken it in and we've kind of lived it out.
I feel like it's something wrong to admit that you have some form of mental challenge.
Taboo in the African American community it can be hard. Both my mother and father have that they're carrying that weight of our ancestors, of their parents and what they went through. So much mental damage was done to the African American community through slavery.
They'd much rather tell you that they got AIDS before they tell you that they have some form of mental illness. And it's just that much stigma.
When you're seeking help, when you're trying to become well, if you get a deep cut and you go to the doctor, you don't say, oh, that's a white thing, I'm not gonna go to the doctor. My leg is bleeding and I'm losing feeling, but I'm not gonna go to the doctor.
The first thing you have to do is remove the so-called stigma from it.
because African American people need to really comprehend what a mental health illness is before we can proceed with any other, area of achievement in America.
Today I'm challenged because I suffer from major depression, and I'm fortunate to find a man that treated the depression and not just zonked me out so I wouldn't be a problem.
Everybody needs support. Everybody has that one person or that friend or whoever, relative, whoever, that they call on when they just need to talk to somebody. And that's really what therapy is.
And I finally started to believe that I had a chance, that I was gonna be okay, after so many people told me I would never make it. And I do mean so many people.
The moment that I actually found out I was having a daughter, the first, I honestly cried. But now that I have my daughter, she is like my saving grace. I'm trying to focus on just letting Zion be a kid and focus on what I tell her, the words that I use. Because I think that we kind of forget that our kids, maybe our kids, but they're human beings in the making. And the things that we teach them, the things that we do to them has a huge effect on what they do in their adult lives and what they're going to do to their children.
Being a black man, it's very hard to show any kind of fear or show any kind of feeling sometimes, because it's just not sociably acceptable. And you got to be a man for those kids of yours. Yeah, well, I want my kids to be honest. I don't want them to live the lie. The chain snapped with me. My boys will never go through what I went through.